All right, it's March 29th, a Monday, here in North Carolina. We're at Crowders Mountain State Park, getting ready to hike the Pinnacle Trail. This is their visitor center, and the crowds have been coming in with kids all day long. This is a Monday, so I can't imagine what the weekend would look like during the summer. Anyway, let's get started. All right, up here at the trailhead now. Got a little information for you here on the left. Man, people have been coming in here one after another. It's the only break I got. No people here at the beginning. Got some water for you right there. You need to fill up before you head up. Got a little map. You can take a picture of this with your phone before you head up. Make sure you know where you're going. We're taking the Pinnacle Trail, which is orange, 2.0 miles. So far, this trail reminds me of Hanging Rock, a wide trail about the size of a dirt road. Headed up, and I know why, because there's so many people. I'm behind a line of people right now and a line of people coming back. So what I'll do is just film this in sections as I go along. We'll talk here and there, 1 to 5 points of interest, and I'll stop filming whenever I approach somebody. So far, the trail's flat and it's beautiful through here, so we'll just keep going. There's a couple headed our way now, so I'm going to stop filming until they get by. So we're coming up on a split now. The Pinnacle, 2 hours round trip, about 4 miles. Crowders Mountain, 3 hours round trip, about 6 miles. Gates close at 8. So this first little section is flat, easy walking through the woods here. Something good they could do right here, and you can do it in a lot of parks, and I've seen it in Eagle Point Preserve down there on High Rock where I live. They put little signs up on each tree telling you what the name of the tree is. I think that'd be something good for people to learn the trees, especially in the winter when they don't have any leaves. This would be something interesting to do as you walk. It's pretty out here today, about 60 degrees. I think that's going to be the high. It's probably a little bit cooler, but it's getting close. This section right here is the grades picking up a little bit. I imagine it's going to continue getting steeper as we go. I got two couples in front of me and a single behind me, so kind of sandwiched in between. We're basically doing switchbacks now in this little section climbing up. There's a hiker coming up on the lower section. I just passed that group that was in front of me. Another one coming my way. Even though this trail's wide, it's better than Hanging Rock Trail, because Hanging Rock Trail is like that gravel and it was a dirt road. So this is a trail. It's wide, but it's not like a dirt road. Some rocks up there on the edge like that. Crowders Mountain is a monadnock, I believe that's how you say it. Basically means that it's a mountain that's been worn down over millions of years, and it just sticks up from a flat plain. And that's exactly what it does. That, along with SKings Mountain, little range here, those two peaks poke up in it, along with Crowders Mountain. Like I said, Crowders Mountain, you can hike up that's over that way, and then we're hiking up to the Pinnacle. They have these little signs on the side of the trail in case you have an emergency and you dial 911 and you report the location. This one would be 106. That's a good feature to have. A lot of times These parks will get people that are out of shape, really not up to the task, to hiking up to the peak, and you know, they could have back problems or heart problems and need to call. So far, the grade up here has not been bad at all. Easy walk. Crowders bleh. Maybe I need a drink of water. Crowders Mountain State Park used to not be very popular. And the last time I've been here was in the 90s, and none of that visitor center and stuff was here. Just climbed up there. I've been over to Crowders Mountain. We went up there and, you know, rock climbed, rappelled, stuff like that. But it's gotten a lot bigger now. Parts of it connect with SKings Mountain State Park. Alright guys, there's a little intersection back there, a little ways back. I didn't film it because I wasn't sure which trail I was on, but it's kind of confusing. I'm still on the Pinnacle Trail, but there's a triangle, white triangle trail. You see it right here. That's part of it. And that's all I'm seeing right now, but everybody tells me this is the Pinnacle Trail, so unless I'm reading the bracelets wrong, I thought the Pinnacle Trail was an orange circle all the way. We'll see. So as the trail gets steeper, you'll finally start seeing these circles again, orange circles. So park needs to come up here and put a couple of circles right there at the intersection of the white triangle trail. I don't know the name of it right now. But it's hard to show a white triangle and a circle when they combine like that. Just my opinion. The grade of this trail has been pretty consistent. It's been about like this the whole way. A little bit less than this for most of it, but I mean, it's not bad. Anybody could do it up to this point. So another switchback is going to turn, go back up there. Starting to climb above the tree line now. Look out to my left. You can see out now. Some buildings over there. It's fairly quiet up here, but I can hear interstate noise from Interstate 85 off in the distance to my left. I don't know if you can tell or not, but through the trees there's radio towers on top of that mountain. That's Crowders Mountain. Yeah, I've been up to that mountain before, to SKings Pinnacle. It's the first time I've hiked this trail. Like I said, it's using switchback. So far the grade's good. So I'm meeting different people along the way here. And I always like to at least nod my head or say good morning. Some people, they'll talk back, smile, say how you doing. Some just put their head down and dig in. Don't say a word, don't even glance at you. I don't know if they're shy or they just rude. I don't know. Just don't want to talk, I guess. But you know, you just pass and you say how you doing, good morning, whatever. Keep going. But most people have been friendly. It's funny, you get those people like that on trails. Just walk right by you like you're in a big city or something, or they don't say hello. I don't understand that. So there's a look back down the trail. There's another one of those 911 signs. Another thing they could do is put the mileage on those signs. Might as well, since they put a sign there anyway, let people know how far. We're at the split here, ridge line. Red triangle goes to the left, and Pinnacle Trail to SKings Pinnacle goes to the right. So we'll keep climbing. As we get closer to the top, you start to see some outcrops right there. Starting to get a little steeper on the grade, but so far this is the trail the whole way so far. So maybe some steps and stuff as we get closer. We'll see, but it hadn't been too bad. So I'm near the top now. I can hear people up there talking. So we're getting ready to go up some rock steps, and there's your sign warning you, just in case you don't know that walking on the edge of a cliff can be dangerous. Put that little notice for you. Here's the steps, so let's start going up. So I had to turn it off for a minute so people were coming down the steps. Yeah, these are some fairly steep steps, like the ones at the Hanging Rock waterfall. I think it was Window Falls. Got a video on that if you want to check that out. Guess there's a view over here. We'll go look at that and then cut back. Oh yeah, it's pretty up here today. You start seeing the leaves down there turning green in between the bare trees. You just climb all over these mountains, but I'm gonna go back to the steps. Almost there now. You gotta climb up to this section right here, I think. Trail does go off to my right, but it doesn't look as worn. There's another sign. Everybody's put the names on it. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. All right, let's see. A little hard one-handed. About lost my water. But I wanted to have the camera on. When we hit this view, check that out. It's beautiful. If you look in the distance, you can see the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains over there. Some birds coming in to pay me a visit. Look how easy they fly. Yeah, you can hear that interstate over there for sure. See the trucks running. I've said this before, but people always like to talk about invasive species, but you can come up on a mountaintop like this and you can see which species is the invasive species. And it's us. We're everywhere, all around the world. Nobody can outdo us, no other species. I guess maybe ants, worms maybe. Maybe they're everywhere, I don't know. I have to look that up. But I think we take over more land and make it non-usable for other animals, that's for sure. Here's another good view here. Except some idiot thought spray painting LIVE on it. Guess that's what it spells. Yeah, he thought that was great. He's an idiot. Yeah, but there's another lookout. This trail keeps going up higher, so I'm gonna keep climbing. Make sure I reach the peak. Watch your step. Even with two hands, you're gonna trip like I did coming up that section with one hand. So, but I'll tell you, I watched other videos before I came up here, people coming up here, And they made that hike look like it was terrible. But it didn't even get hard. It never really got hard. It got steep at the end, but it was so short it wasn't hard. So the majority of the trail is that switchback grade. And then you just climb right there where I showed you that last sign going up them steps. So yeah, anybody can do it. I've seen a lot of different types of people up here. And like you say, just watch your step. You're on the edge of a cliff. If you're gonna trip where I did, not on the edge. Don't want to go rolling down. And I imagine somebody has. But I like climbing around on rocks like this. I've always done it. Me and my friends always drove up to the mountains up here, up to the mountains of Wiseman's View. Before you used to just drive right out of Wiseman's View, but I think it's parked now. I haven't been up there in a while. But I don't think you can just drive out to the edge anymore. Yeah, we climbed all over those rocks, free climbing. Stupid in some places. I remember being on the edge of a rock and it was slick, and I started sliding toward the edge. I was like a cat clawing into the rock. It's close, but I stopped. Always been a little bit of a risk taker. I don't advise you to do it though. Everybody's got to make their own decisions on what risk they're willing to take in life. I've made some good decisions and bad decisions. But luckily, I have lived through it. Still kicking. All right, let's see. Yeah, here's the trail. Oh, stumped again. It's hard to film and watch these rocks. You kind of see what you're walking through there. Look at these birds. There he is. So close. Where'd he go? Alright, I think we're at the top now. See this little post. I don't know what that's for. Somebody stuck a sticker on it. But I think I'm getting out on what is actually the King's Pinnacle. I'm assuming, I don't know. This goes back out the other way. I'm at the highest point. And I see it now. I knew there was a marker up here somewhere. Here it is. The King's Pinnacle. Ta-da! Clear day out there today, a little hazy. Not bad. Butterfly, first one I've seen this year. I actually got it to myself up here. All the people that were leaving before me must have turned around. I don't see them. Yeah, all right, I want to show you now. You see off in the distance. See if I can zoom in on that. That's Charlotte, North Carolina right there. That's the city where I was born and grew up in and worked. It's a Charlotte firefighter. The city's really growing. I was born in 1960, so I remember when it was just a small town, no high-rise buildings in it. And it's grown and grown and grown. You know, a lot of people loving it. But I don't like big cities myself. Too many people. But a lot of people do, and building a lot of condos, apartments in there, and high-rise buildings, and people are moving in and living there and seem to enjoy it. They got the light rail in there, and they're getting commuter trains in and out to other towns, so I expect it'll keep going and then finally peak, and hopefully it won't turn bad after it peaks, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. But it's a beautiful area here, and I like living here. Even though I moved to Lexington, North Carolina to get away from the traffic. Alright, I came back around now. That's that pole at the top. If you want to go all the way up there, you just kind of, to come back, I came around this way and came back down these rocks. Well, I came, there's that other pole I showed you. If you find that one, you know you're right here at it. Just make your way back down on the rocks. Now, if you're going to be filming and taking pictures and selfies, you're going to be right on the edge. That's what them signs are for. You see, I even tripped just climbing up, so be careful, don't roll down the side. Don't step back up to get that perfect selfie shot to make you look good. Put your phone down like I did just a minute ago. After I filmed that last piece on Charlotte, I turned the phone off and I sat down and enjoyed the view for a while. Took a break. It was nice, quiet up here. I was surprised nobody's up here because a lot of people left before me. I didn't see him. There was another way you could come back, I guess, that triangle trail maybe, but I don't know where they all went. Into the abyss, I guess. Maybe Bigfoot got him. See, there's another one. Coming through here talking and jibber jabbering. Slide off the mountain. Yeah, it's nice having it to myself. Maybe they're out here on the other end. Yeah. I did pass people coming back, so I guess they came up and just made a quick turn back. Maybe that's the people that went before me, but I don't know. Like I said, it was actually easy coming up here. I thought it was going to be hard. All right, I'm going to cut this off till I get down this little section, and we'll go out on the other ledge, see if we can see Kings Mountain. So I've walked past the way I came up. It was behind me and to the left a little bit. There's little trails coming out all on these outcrops as well. I can see some people out on one out there, so I'm going to let them be. Out there enjoying the day on that look. Probably see over to Kings Mountain from that point. Yeah, Kings Mountain's another great park we're going to visit pretty soon as well. Yeah, that looks like a cool outcrop out there. Some more butterflies. Maybe too far off for you to see yellow butterflies. Yeah, the bugs are starting to come out. Spring is here. I may walk on down and see where this goes before I head back. Yeah, it's pretty out here. Keep going. Got their dog over there. All right, I'm going to turn this off while I go down. Yeah, this is beautiful over here. I like this side better, up in these trees like this. You look around. That's the way I came down through them rocks right there. Those people were over there on that rock to the right. Can't see them now. If they're gone, I may go out there and look. Yeah, they got great little nooks and crannies. You can find your spot up here on a weekday. Even though there was pretty good crowds coming up, you know, it hadn't been crowded here at the top. Somebody come up here and had them an orange. Yeah, you can find a spot to sit and look out. Come right up to the edge like this. There's Charlotte again, out to the left. I don't know if you can see it without me zoomed in. Another little mountain out there. There's another little mountain. Kings Mountain's back that way, I believe, blocked by these trees. But one time, all these mountains probably connected. As when they were higher, you know, like I said, they're all wore down now for millions of years, just like the Uwharries. That may be Kings Mountain right there, but I can't tell behind these trees. Yeah, we'll go out there and do that one. I'm not going to do it this week, but we'll come back sometime or another. They got the state park and I guess it's a national park both together. Battle of SKings Mountain. Rangers having the battle of the litter people, trying to keep their litter up. They pick up somebody's water bottle for them. I don't get that. All right, I'm gonna turn around. I can't get any good views here, but I'm gonna go up there, up on top where those people were. Found this cool little place right here where you can get out and sit. I think I'm gonna go out there and sit for a while. Yeah, this is a beautiful place to sit right here. Got a view out there. All the trees, houses and stuff down there. But one thing I don't like is right below me. Water bottles. Got to be at least 20 water bottles down there. Bunch of lazy people. If you can't carry a water bottle out, don't come up here. Saw a cigar wrapper back there too. I guess you expect the rangers to come up here and babysit you. Pick up all your stuff like your mama did. If that offends you, I don't really care. You know, if you want to be trashy, stay home. Yeah, it's nice up here. I'm glad I came. Wasn't near as hard as some of the other videos made it out to be. Not far from Charlotte. Like I said, right over there it is. If you can see it, I'm not going to zoom in on it again. We're going to make our way back up through these rocks and head on back down. And I'll show you that little cutoff. Make sure you don't get confused about that. Heading out here to where those people were earlier. I'm going to climb out there. You can see more bottles. I do not get that. I mean, you come up here to see beauty and you throw trash in it. Got me a little frustrated, but it'll be all right. You know why? Because somebody painted a heart on the rock for me. How sweet was that? Oh, so nice to leave that for everybody. With all those bottles and trash heap down there. See if I can climb up further. Yeah, you can sit up here. There's where we came back there. There's some more people coming, so I'm gonna climb back down. It's pretty up here. I like that tree right there. All right, let me scamper back down. So as you're coming back down, easy hike. It's not steep, so it's not hard on your knees. It's got a nice grade to it all the way back. You can see right here where people created a shortcut between the switchbacks. You can go down through there. There's the switchback down there. We'll cut off some of the trail, but it won't be as easy on your knees. And dang. Should have bought a trash bag. I could have filled that thing up 3 times. It's been a great hike today, but I tell you, that trash thing's got me frustrated. Just that people are so inconsiderate. I mean, we have these parks that for everybody, and you know, if everybody threw down trash, you'd just be walking through like the trash dump, or along some of these streets you see where there's just trash everywhere. Everybody throws trash out their cars. Can't stand that. Anyway, there's a look back at that shortcut I just showed you. Comes out right here. I'd just do the switchback. It don't cut off that much. So this trail, this hike, has been a good one. I recommend it to anybody really. Even if you're out of shape, just take your time. Come up here and enjoy these views. They're worth it, either here or Crowders Mountain. Yeah, just get out and take it one step at a time. If you get out of breath, just take smaller steps. Do what you got to do. If you can't make it all the way the first time you try, turn around and go back and come back another day. But keep taking them steps, because one day you won't be able to, and you'll wish that you could come out to one of these parks and hike one of these trails. You know, a lot of people that can't come up here and hike these trails wish they could. And a lot of people that can just sit at home and don't do anything. So don't miss these opportunities when you're off on the weekends, or if you can come up during the week like I can, do it. You'll enjoy it. All right, we're coming up on this split that I was going to show you. The left Pinnacle Trail goes left. You see the orange circle up there, and this white triangle trail goes right. I still didn't look up the name. I should have. Anyway, you're gonna be coming down this way, and it looks like when you're coming, it looks like you just, you've been climbing, all of a sudden it turns, and it looks like you're going back, but then you'll see that white triangle. But you keep going straight, and what got me confused is I went and I looked, and the first tree had a white triangle, but it didn't have an orange circle. And that's where I was saying it should have an orange circle, so you know the two trails merged there for some reason. I guess that goes up to the other trail that cut off earlier, as we went up the hill. But it should show both the triangle and the orange circle. There's that boulder field we saw when we were coming up earlier. The hike down's been peaceful. I haven't really passed but two other people. I've had long sections by myself. It's been quiet. It's been nice. I was really surprised because when I was coming up this morning, man, the cars were just piling in. Kids, dogs, all at one time. And I saw a bunch of people head this way. But somehow I've managed to miss them all. Got a little gap in between the two crowds, I guess. So yeah, during the week it's like this, I guess. But during the weekend, if you come, expect crowds. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's hard for me. I like it when there's not any crowds at the top and it's a little bit more quiet. It was a good group up there when I was there. They were all spread out at different points. It was nice. Heard something move back here. Thought it might have been a snake, but I guess not. So we're getting back on the flat section now. Not too far from the visitor center, I imagine. Passed a few families here at the bottom going up. And this morning, a lot of families could have turned and went to Crowders Mountain. I didn't think about that when I was talking about them not being many people up on top of King's Pinnacle. Okay, I'm gonna end it right here at the trailhead, right here by the visitor center. There's the camping information right here. You can primitive camp, you can rock climb, but you need to get a permit. If you want to RV camp, you can visit nearby SKings Mountain State Park. It's a great hike. This trail will take you up to a cutoff that'll take you up to King's Pinnacle. Or you can take the right and go to Crowders Mountain. There is a I think it's a Linwood access where you can take a shorter trail up to Crowders Mountain. Both ways are good. You'll enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this hike with me today here on Crowders Mountain. If you did, Like, subscribe, and share. Y'all take care.